Welcome. In this video, we're going to show you how to create an engaging online learning experience. By the end of this video, you'll understand 3 secrets on how to create world-class online learning experiences. You'll gain insight to the best research to show you how to create engaging online learning. And you'll know the important first step that you need to create for your online learning experience. Then you're going to hear a story about one of the top 25 learning experiences from the Training Magazine Network. The first tip is, does it work? So for your online learning experience, make sure and test to see if it works. In one of my courses, I'm only trying to get people to remember 6 things before the end of the course. So I test for it at the end. It's very easy. I will ask people what the letter represents and ask people to engage with it. By the end of every training, every attendee can remember what the 6 things are. The next tip is that live has value. If you're trying to create an online learning experience, then do it live. There's nothing more important than having an instructor being able to respond to the attendees and having the attendees often learn from each other. You can only do that while that's live. The virtual platforms now have so many features and functionality that people from around the world can engage inside of this learning experience and have a great learning experience with people from all around the world. In many live experiences, we see that the chat actually has as much, if not more value than the instructor. This is a place where the online learners are learning from each other, as well as they're getting the value of networking and getting to know other people who might be able to teach them something else in the future. The next tip for great online learning experiences is to give exact steps. This is a part where you can actually slow down. Make sure you give auditory and visual cues about something that you're trying to show to them, that you're showing them to train how to do. They should be able to learn how to do the procedure you're trying to teach them by watching the audio and the video cues. A lot of times there are so many things on a screen that when you can highlight the one piece they should be looking for, that's how you can train them in a faster amount of time. Much like great training on YouTube, you can make sure that every student is figuring out all the different steps, and that if their computer looks different, that the instructor can respond to them live and make sure that they're learning the key item. If you create an engaging online learning experience and win an award or hit one of the top numbers, hey, do us a favor, comment below and let us know what tip that you use to help you get into the top tiers of your online learning. If this video has been helpful and you want to take your course to the very top, then I've got a free gift for you. Normally I have a masterclass that people pay at least $100 for or more, but I'm going to give it to you for free. When you complete the 6 steps to more engaging virtual meetings masterclass, then you'll be able to engage more people, design better online experiences, and maybe even win a top award. Make sure and click the link in the description below and get to that video now. The next tip here is experience. Design an online experience. Look for the different tools that you can use for that and see how you can make it experience. Video, great slides, engaging with the chat, running a poll, creating different ways to make this online learning an experience is a key element to how you can get your online learners to engage with your material. Another way that you can do this is with storyline. In other words, making a pathway for a customer who is going through something. You can see how the training at every different stage makes sense to somebody who's trying to learn this inside of an order, and most importantly, how to apply this. By creating an experience, you'll find that people's retention is much higher because you created an experience as opposed to just telling them. One of the most important first steps for online learning experiences is the title of the class. Because it's online learning, people will have many courses to choose from. So by choosing a title that will grab people, you can get more people to opt into your class and make sure that that content is going to be valuable to them. Often I use a tool such as Monsters Insights Title Generator. And what they do is they've taken millions of titles and done research on them and share a number. You can give it a score from 0 to 100, with 100 being a title people are more likely to click and register on than a number that might be lower. This has allowed me to change title names in a way that shows using all the research from their data to make a title that's more appealing. I use this tool and all of these tips to create a class for Training Magazine. The class was 6 ways to make your virtual meeting more engaging. And so in Training Magazine, they have thousands of webinars that they schedule every year. And this was over the course of the last 3 years. They came back and reported to me that I was in the top 25 for the number of people registered, the number of people who actually attended, and the scores that they gave at the end of the class in the reviews. So by making that course engaging, making it online experience, and solving their challenges, that was one of the ways to become a top 25 class out of 2,000 or more courses. Your course should be just like this too. I look forward to hearing from you when you become one of the top 25.